I haven't heard from Tim testimony, so I don't know if he's coming or not. We'll call the meeting to order and stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Father, thank you for the day we've had. Thank you for what we've been able to do. Thank you for help. Thank you for our homes. Thank you for life and for our country, for our county, and what we can do to assist to make it better. Lord, we just pray for our leadership in our state, our county, our country. Please help them to be guided by your wisdom. And we will give you praise and thanks in all that you'll do. In Christ's name. Amen.
The roll call, Jeff is filling in. Note that Tim Wilcox is not here. And then we'll look at the minutes of our last meeting of June 16th. I don't know if any of you had a chance. Have you seen that?
I looked it over, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. So I'll make a motion to accept.
Okay.
I'll support.
Support. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Those are approved. And then the next thing would be the board minutes and the township board minutes. Anybody have any questions on those? I don't know if we can answer them.
Jack? Yes. May I ask a question? Yes. The fire board needs 2 members?
The what?
The fire board needs 2 members?
Yeah.
Because 2 resigned or moved or?
One of them is sick again,
Oh,
and not sure what's gonna happen there.
sure.
And trying to think what the other deal was.
He retired. He
Oh,
retired.
and Jack tonight retired.
Oh, you can probably do that.
Sure. Yep, so that's the deal here.
In Hillsdale, Cambria Township.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Rose, you were at this meeting.
No,
You
my
can
children were here, and the first one I missed.
Okay.
I know this library thing has been going on for quite a while.
Something about new taxation, without representation.
Well, not only that, the amount.
Okay, as there's no comments on those, we'll move on. Public comments on agenda items.
Oh, we need to report the new zoning authority before we go.
I'm sorry, yes. John or Jeff pointed out, there's a lot of information missing on it that really should be conveyed.
Yeah, I don't know what business they're,
Yeah.
and, yeah, it doesn't even,
Yeah, there's no address on a lot of those. And I'll find it here in a minute. about the
Must not be right next door.
South Drive, yeah. The complaint there, where that's at, if it's in court or whatever, so,
Okay.
I'll talk with Wayne and see if we can't get a little more detail, particularly if he can't be here. Okay, then the next, the public comments, there was none?
Wait, Jack, do you have any?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Okay,
Good
all
morning.
right.
Okay, I'd like to speak on the minutes of the last meeting.
Uh-huh,
It was spoke about the person from the ZBA that missed so many meetings. They weren't really a good person to have on any other committee. There's a person on the planning commission that in 23 missed half the meetings. In 24, they missed 4 meetings. And so far this year, they've missed 3 out of 5 meetings. So if that's a standard thing across the board, then that should be noted.
okay.
Okay, number one, the minutes for, June
Yes,
need to be corrected. As I also made comments at the first public comment, which stated the need for the corrections of the vehicle ordinance, and that the recommendations from the township board were not recognized. I also would like to say thank you to Rose for speaking up and addressing some of the issues and agreeing to retype what she believes would be the last vehicle ordinance with changes per notes to get it back on track. With that, here are my concerns. Has the township zoning board even been referring to their own definitions that's in their book? This needs to stay consistent. Why is section 2, mobile house trailer, comma, mobile homes, section 3, E and F, section 4D, mobile home in the ordinance, definition 21A, mobile home is not a vehicle. It is a structure intended to function as a dwelling unit, transported to one or more sections, or by one or more sections, which is built on a chassis and may be constructed with or without a permanent foundation. Is there not an ordinance already covering mobile homes? You cannot just place a mobile home on your property without a permit. Section 3D still has cargo trailer. So the board is changing, and I'm going to change off of the vehicle ordinance. So the board is changing what is known, or what is now as a residential, agricultural, commercial, etc. I asked this at the township meeting. We're working on it, but yet keep stating here. It's the projected future, looking 10 years. It could be, it could look like this, but yet, according to the definition 21.7, the master plan, the officially adopted policies of the township, and it goes on. So where's the transparency? I've had many neighbors tell me that some of these, back to vehicle ordinance, I've had many neighbors tell me that I'm reading these vehicle ordinances wrong, and I keep on telling them to pull them up. They can't pull them up, get it and read it themselves. They'll find out that I'm telling the truth and that the people they're talking to are lying to them. It has been stated that the board, the different boards that I have been to make my comments, that they're tired of the abuse. You are correct. Tired, or toward me, not you. This has been going on for a long time. I called the board out to right the wrong. And again tonight, I'm here doing it again. As I was told, just let it roll off your back. Boards cannot pass an ordinance, then expect corrections to make after the fact. It does not work that way. You see, as a property owner, it is hard for me or anyone to correct the wrong after the fact. Thanks.
okay, thank you. Need approval of the agenda?
Is there anybody else? Anybody else? No? Okay. So, thank you.
Or additions? Okay. Then we need a motion to approve it as it's presented. then, those,
I'd like to know the gentleman in attendance. What's your name?
oh, is it?
Parker.
Did you sign in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's a sign in. Yeah, go ahead and get that. Then we'll move into the agenda, and, we'll give you a minute to get back here. Rose, you gracefully offered to, go through the ordinance.
And Janelle typed it up for me.
Okay.
And I'd like to make a point. Cargo trailer means it carries anything, any cargo.
Yeah.
That is not to be eliminated.
No.
It is not a cargo container, which we said would not be in there. A trailer is different.
That's true, yes.
Thank you.
Correct. Okay, what do you, does the commissioners want to do? Do you want to pass this on to the, or back to the township board?
I am ready to pass it back,
All right.
because I read it and Janelle looked at it, and like
Okay,
I said, she typed it up for me
all right,
with the vote and everything else taken out that we agreed on.
okay.
I certainly think we've had ample time to review and to make changes, so I would feel pretty strongly that we
And it's my understanding that we had a vehicle ordinance in the previous ordinance, but it was somehow overlooked.
It was omitted.
Omitted from the new ordinance, okay, so what we're trying to do is catch up.
Yeah, it actually, it's different, because somewhere along the line, the courts, probably higher up, decided that vehicles could not be addressed in the zoning ordinance. So our new ordinance, it does not have anything. Now, and the planning commission doesn't really have jurisdiction over those. So, this ordinance was, the original version, which we modified somewhat. And, was drafted, no, not drafted, yes it was. It was drafted and presented by the township, consulting attorney. Not the local attorney, but the township consultant attorney. And, so then we have been working the last year and a half to make changes, but it is not our ordinance. So all that we just voted on, or have we voted yet?
No.
Oh, okay. All that we are.
There's a motion, I haven't heard a second.
Yeah. Oh, both Rose and John, which one of you?
Rose made a motion. Oh, you made a motion?
Yeah, and,
I'll second.
okay, Rose,
Whatever.
and so we're actually in the discussion stage of that now. So that's where it stands. It goes to the township. It is entirely up to them to pass it. The vehicle ordinance, I'll point out just for information, is not subject to public hearing. And it is up to the township board to pass or not pass or to modify. From what we have simply been helping them through this process.
And we've seen them, we have sent two, and then they've had it sent back to us to modify more, and then I think the second time return, we're doing our best.
Yeah.
We're just doing our best.
Yeah, and we need to get on to master plan. We have changes in the zoning ordinance that sorely need to be made. And so, once we complete the master plan, which we're down to the final 10 yards, once we get that done, then we can move in and look at the zoning ordinance. On that, I would just like to say now, there's probably going to be more than we want to handle in one bite and swallow. I think we need to go through things that were left out. So those, then we need to do, and then there is a few changes that we may want to make in the zoning map and the zoning ordinance itself. So, anyway, with that said, those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Okay, and we'll move on then to, the master plan map. For your viewing pleasure, I have expanded the size of that, and we're going to put it out here on the table and review the changes that we made. And if anybody has any comments about my tasting expertise, please hold them till after the meeting and I'm gone. This is what we worked on. Who could read this about us? John, if you want to move to that chair, you can. Sure. Okay. Just so you can see it. And let me tell you things that you'll be looking at here. I want to put some codes on there. See any notes with any? Okay. All right. I must have made them and never typed them. But anyway, the orange simply tells you where you're at. Okay. Anything? And
You're welcome.
For example, I'll find it here, West. So, those are not, you are here, but where you're at. This is West Vietnam.
Which is north? This?
Yes, yes. That is north, you can notice that. The coding is exactly like it is in our book, to keep it simple, okay? And the yellow is, some of the, let's flip open our zoning map, and the zoning map should be the same color code. Let's see, I've got to dig out.
No, it was in like this one.
Yeah, it's in this one
The
here.
back, all right.
See that orange tab there? I think you'll,
It should be the last page.
no, maybe I moved them in.
Okay.
Is there another tab in here? Oh, it's up to the top there someplace. Let's see. Map. Yeah, okay, that legend would be the same as this one. So the yellow is what, Steve? The lower than. Or the white is AR. Okay, the white is AR, the green is what?
Rural residential.
And what is the next one? Suburban. And that is?
Yellow.
Yellow is,
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so, let's keep that right handy for reference. And then,
You can get it here if you like.
let's start looking by section, and these are section maps, that I could take together. It was the easiest way to do it because they show the parcels. And, this is section 19. And let's start right over here. This area here would be in green, then, right?
This is, we did do this last time, Joe. We did this section last time, correct?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
let me see if I got that.
The notes, you have your, if not, I'll find mine.
I've got it, I don't see why I know it's that. There.
And you mark that. Okay. And so this, this section down
So
here.
this is already done, so I'm not making a wrong.
Yeah, this is rural residential, and it's, you can see this comes down here like this, goes over, back, cuts in, comes down, goes down, on around, and ends up at, the end of the township boundary. And so, that there is AR, correct?
We made AR.
Well, what's this down here?
Three is-
We all made that RR.
Those are all ours.
Yeah, you made,
Rural residential.
Yeah.
you made a lot of it rural residential,
We made a lot
for future,
Future planning.
not here, done now.
Now, keep that in mind.
Yeah, it is not now,
This
it's if we
Now.
expand.
Okay. Oops. Yeah, what we need to do is cross this out. And, it's somebody right in there, is pretty good, but I've got a belt marker, would that be better?
Probably.
Okay, just a minute. Go ahead and identify those then as, as RR, rural residential.
Just put a line in.
Yeah. And then why don't you do that down here on this section? Okay, then, yeah. Let's look at this section coming down through here next. This would be the suburban residential. And,
Some of it.
well, I think the whole thing we said.
But we have, this is rural residential now, we didn't change that. We left
Yes, that's
the
where,
suburban residential in place.
so
Suburban
if you see my yellow dashes, that then is what would be rural residential. And as you can see, it sort of follows the lake right down.
So you need this RR?
Yeah, yes.
Or,
Yes, SR, put an
Yes.
S in front of it. There. Yeah. And SR is already down here. Now, this land on this side, we need to know what to do for future planning. I'll tell you what's happened.
What section are you in there, Joe?
That would be in section 30, middle Sand Lake. Okay? Recently,
I see how it is.
the house was divided off in this parcel.
Right.
And this parcel is intended to be a single-family residence. In other words, this is a
acre lot.
yeah. So, as far as the master plan, should we put that as,
Is that lease property?
yes, it was.
And then they had camp, and I thought they had a tennis court, camp area.
And this whole parcel here was sold to one person. I know the price, but we can only find three right. Yeah. But it was, 59 acres.
I can't remember what she had.
And so I don't know about the camp, but it
But the
was,
house and everything is now sold, right?
yes.
Yeah.
No, the house may not be sold, I'm sorry. they didn't, but
Did they split it or?
yeah, it's,
Okay.
and, it's my information that I have, that this guy says, I want this to be my building lot right here. So, I don't know, it's not ag. I think
Yeah.
that R is probably correct in there. Is that, what do you guys think?
But if it's not ag,
I would,
yeah.
Well, it's residential, but
Right now, it's suburban residential,
is it?
by
Okay.
our current map.
Okay, all right.
Should we leave
And
it
the
at that?
definition is suburban residential as well.
It's more condensed housing, basically. Opportunities for more.
So like development,
But small
If-
lots, yeah.
If they develop lots.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean they have to, but it means they can.
They can.
And so, I think I then intended this to be, suburban residential, but I wanted to make sure if it is,
If it already is.
I'm
we're gonna
glad
change
I
it.
brought my crayons with
the
me.
newest and rural,
He wasn't at liberty. to say.
oh, you can't say that deepest home is the price, you couldn't say.
Oh.
Kind
Okay,
of a
well,
lot of
it's
discussion.
for sale ever since
I know.
Janet,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
she's heard of it.
I've now marked that with yellow. And it's my intent to take these to mapping, and, they'll probably get a good laugh at my mapping, but they will take this and make it into our new master plan.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we did have some discussion on this property here, but I think that's all was and should be our. This area along here would be a change.
We made that our last one, Joe, down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
We did, I don't think we discussed this.
Things rural residential.
Yeah, and that's what you got more.
yeah, rural residential, then if you can follow my. Okay, yeah. My mark here, the border is green, and I'm confusing that with the color green, but the border is green. This is suburban residential and all a part of this lake area. Okay, then, let's start, well, I think we need to go back to the top and work our way down.
The next section,
Yes, well,
So you're
we're
looking at-
still,
you're looking at
we're on
section
the
20.
west side, no, we're looking at the east side of section 19. Right there, yeah, 19, yeah. So then what I have here, you can see where I crossed that line out. I made a mistake, that shouldn't have come across there. I come down and come across here, and then it jumps over here and down, and
that's the next section you're talking about.
yeah, into the next section. But this is all then a part of that, that we just talked about, and this is Pine Brook in here, and, so the only area that's in question is this right here. We talked about this. This would now change to suburban residential.
Where's that?
It's on Glen Road.
Yeah.
Fine.
There is a new house being built right here, there is a house there, and there's two new houses that are going in here. And, this is already small parcels.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's why I think that this should be all of that suburban residential.
That's a little different than what we talked about last
Yeah,
time.
that is, but.
Okay?
Okay, what's this?
So where you get a parcel from, you're gonna split
That's
it.
okay.
Yes.
Humanity, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
You're gonna split 29 basically in half.
Well,
Suburban residential, and then rural residential for the rest of it.
29,
Section 29, is where you're at, right?
no. What section is this?
Is it section 20? Up here, section
Oh,
20.
is there?
Yeah,
I
20,
think this is 29.
One right below 20 is 29.
yes.
So this is 29.
Yeah, and that's where we're at, 29. And so suburban residential, it would be on both sides, coming down to West Bacon Road. And following along towards this section, and let's hold on that section. But those are all those small
But I
lots.
want to clarify this. I told you I got that call about Spring and Bacon,
Yes,
and she said it was listed as A, and I said it can be either. So when you divide a property, can we go either way on it? You know, if the line is divided through the property, and part of it's suburban residential, and part is agriculture, can we say that it's one or the other, or do we have to say it both?
not necessarily, because this is the master plan. This
No,
is
I
not the
meant-
zoning map.
No, but if this
She's
was
talking
the
about
zoning
actual
map,
situation.
If the zoning map followed this, let's say, for example. Yeah, and.
but it
in
was
fact-
split, and I said it was suburban residential, and when she said it was ag, it's listed as ag, and I said,
Where's that
Spring
at? I see Spring.
Spring Bacon,
Bacon,
Right, yeah,
they have an entrance on both.
yes. And- Okay, then this follows on down through.
In this section.
Okay, yeah, let's hold up on that, yeah. The rural residential, this is coming down Bun Road. Rural residential on this side, suburban residential on this side. And then that moves down to, we have this here as neighborhood service, in here, which is
NSC.
commercial.
What is that?
NSC.
Neighborhood service commercial, but that's the old designation, so it's just
General commercial now.
Yeah, these people here may want to change that, and changing out of commercial, because they wanted to add on to their house and they could not.
Oh.
And so that would be reasonable if they ever requested it, because it would not be spot zoning, because we simply would move this line down to.
Right.
And
To what street?
McCann, or,
This is Bacon.
That's what I thought, Bacon.
No,
no,
This is Bacon.
this is Habit, this is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hamlet?
This is Habit. Okay. And then going on down Bun Road, and you can see the pipeline up here.
Excuse me, I gotta take this.
Okay. This goes along with rural residential.
Right now it is.
Yes. Yes. And then it comes on down, and we talked about that. And then when we go this way, here is where we have a question to do.
And what
Where
street
is,
this?
like Wilson?
Bankers Road.
Anchors, thank you.
This is the railroad here, I think.
That's what it looks
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the railroad, yeah. Mhm. Okay, yeah, that's what that is. Now, the question that's come up is, what do we do down here? So we might as well talk about that now. This is where, right here, and there is some houses along here. This one is here, there is a house right there, and the next one must be here.
How many houses are we talking? Two?
Two,
Two houses
Yeah,
and this
and-
much land?
yeah, I think this is mostly honey land, but I'm not sure.
Where is the Aragon place? That's on the other side,
Who?
right?
Who?
The Aragon.
I don't know anything about
You're in section.
that. I know where you live
They're
right
going
here.
to be down in here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, I don't see where it's
But
going.
that- Okay,
There's a house right
no,
there. Yes, there is.
whose is it?
He just built it.
Yeah, it's been years. Yeah, there's a house right
Huh, I've never seen
And
one.
it's across from the air gun
there.
property,
No.
cause their GPS takes them to my property
Okay,
every
right.
Saturday.
But the area in question is along here. And up to here. What do we do with this? It's AR,
Actually, last month, we made that all rural residential.
Yeah, you did,
We did.
Joe.
well, right,
You don't, not
No.
all
No, all the way across, they made it rural residential, which I didn't agree with, but
okay,
everybody else
Right.
said, okay.
of it.
now,
Now, the only difference from last year, or last month, was you're gonna go suburban residential here, but I need to know where you're
okay, but let's finish this item.
Okay.
There is one small lot here, okay? I don't know, that may no longer.
It's on Bankers, right?
Yeah.
There's no house.
Yeah,
That house is still there.
really?
Well, the house is, but is that parcel combined?
No, there's a house and then there's a garage next to it. And they're two separate parcels. Where they work.
No, that isn't the one I'm talking about. McGraw, the house is name.
There's only one house there, that old house, other than the one Morris's. There's only one house on that.
Well, Morris's is here, yeah.
Okay, there's more.
Oh, okay, right. I had some pushback from these people along here, not even wanting that as our.
You want it,
No,
hey, is
It's
that it?
my understanding, and nobody has advised me of anything, but it's my understanding that Vicki Morris, she left here thinking she should go to the ZBA. Well, she was sitting back there talking instead of listening to our discussion. So she went and paid money to the ZBA, and they said, there's no point in us looking at it, we can't do that.
Right.
And so I told the township that they needed to give her money back to her. She has resolved that by going with a 2.5 acre parcel. Now, I don't
She
know,
had to have a five.
no, okay, this is a good point to, this is a good point to
They didn't meet last month.
to talk about this. The
There were
reason,
township meetings.
the reason that we couldn't give Vicki an answer was procedure was not followed by the township. The township should, when somebody calls, they should tell them the proper procedure, okay? And I don't know how she ever got applied for what she did. But she wanted to come and talk to us. Well, one, she should have come up here instead of sitting back there where she couldn't hear us and we couldn't hear her. That was unfortunate that she chose to do that. The reason that we couldn't give her an answer at the last meeting is this right here. In fact, you can have one of those if you want. This is the roadmap to answer Vicki's question. And this is the way our ordinance is written. Anybody else want one? Okay, all right. That's, the way our ordinance is written to answer her question. We can't do that with just that much notice. We need to know that she's coming. We need to know what her question is so that I can put it out in the email to you guys when you get your notice of the meeting, so you've had a chance to research it. And that wasn't done. So this whole thing is a mess, and I don't think it's been resolved because I don't think they told Vicki that she has to put in a road, not a driveway, a road. And somebody needs to tell Vicki that. She has to. We can't let her have an exception. And there's some political things there I'm not gonna bring up. Can't let her have a political exception. And right down the road this way, we made those people. Yes. And it cost them a lot of money. So if they have to do it.
Good for the goose, good for the game.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that because they were so far off the road.
No.
No, it was because the houses were
It's,
back there.
it's in the ordinance.
Yeah, but it has to be
if-
so wide for the
if,
emergency.
Rose, if you read that there,
Yes,
it tells you in there, did you get one of
Yeah,
that?
the stipulation, I didn't, but I have it. I think it probably is generic, I think every township pretty much has it.
Yeah.
What I wondered about hers
If
was
you,
when she split that land was in the old zoning.
yeah, she
She could have
could.
done that. If it was done before the zoning change,
Yeah,
if it was deeded off, then it was a parcel record,
yeah,
and that would give her the right to do that.
She couldn't do it this time because she didn't have enough property parcel.
Well,
The way I understood it.
I understand that, I'm not sure you can't go back to deeded record. So I was thinking they could also do so. She's got the trailer here. And they want to split this off.
Jack, we're getting off. Rose, let's get back on the map and get back to work.
we're gonna finish this up.
So what are we gonna do along here? Leave it AR then?
There's a lot of, it is farmland, yes.
Yes, I want an AR because that's my property and I want that air gun left AR. Because that's a lot of property. All of us are big parcels. I mean, I have 16.5 acres. And,
Okay.
you know, the
Now,
woods
question.
and everything are
Question.
reforestation.
Yes,
I want to back up last month.
yes,
When we were talking,
yes.
we talked about, we made most of this all rural residential, allowing the property owners more options down the road with their property by doing that, instead of leaving it AR, where there's less restrictions, or more restrictions. By going to RR, we gave them more options, but it didn't change anything with their property or their taxes or anything. That's what we discussed last time.
Yeah.
Okay. And Rose, why don't you have your input in this?
Okay, well, she was showing me that they did have a board pass that the lot line adjustment
But
is
they
5
They
acres.
didn't tell her, it doesn't say in there, that she has to put in a road to county specs.
Well, they both have 5 acres now.
Fine?
Yep, it's a
Oh.
lot line adjustment over 5
Okay,
acres.
all right, then you're right.
So now they don't need it, they have the 5 acres. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay, all right, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ron, for bringing that up. I missed that.
So we should do it as it was for Southern Care, that's all.
I'm just telling what we talked about last month.
I know.
Okay, yes, we did, and I said I didn't agree with it, but you guys kind of said yes on the rural residential.
Not a secret.
Because they said it didn't matter because of the fact that it's a projection.
Yeah, and it just gives, down the road, there might be better options for the railroad
To split it
to
up.
split it. If it-
Right, and mine did have a lot of accesses because it was Reverend Jones's property with all the trailers on it.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So we've all agreed then to leave it as
they
AR.
are,
Yeah.
except, I don't know. My question is, did I do this here, or was this?
Not last time.
Not last time.
All right. So this is.
So we're gonna change back to AR now?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't we vote on that?
Do we
I
go?
think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
I think each people who was residential.
Give me the,
Well,
give me the rationale, why are we wanting to change the AR?
No, we want to leave,
You want to leave it at
no.
I want to leave it at.
She want, it is AR right now.
AR?
Last
Over
month,
in this corner, is that what you're talking
We're talking
about?
about
This is done.
No,
no,
This
it's
is
not
done,
done.
right?
No,
We're AR?
no,
no.
that's what it is right now.
Jeff said.
Our long-term plan or thought process is to make it rural residential.
He
So
wants
the land-
everything rural
So the
residential.
landowners,
Jeff,
well, in general,
Okay.
Jeff,
in general,
all our property.
And I thought you said you
this
looked
is
at that
it.
and you said there was more advantage to leave
there
it.
is, no, leave it in RR. Rural residential gives you more options with your property.
Somehow I got it twisted, I'm dyslexic.
If you want to break it down, you can break it down into
So
smaller
you wanted
parcels.
RR.
Well, I'm giving the people,
And give me
More
the
options
reason
in my opinion.
why.
why? Because down the road, supposedly there'll be more people in the county, you'll need more housing. So,
But we don't need
and
to.
if you start parceling off in AR, what's it gotta be, Joe, 10 to 5 acres?
It's gotta be by.
You gotta be 5 acre parcels, which, you know, what's RR,
You can go down
is
to
small.
one acre.
So even if it's RR, you still can farm
Yeah, that doesn't change nothing.
Well, here was the objection I heard, and I'm not saying that I support it, but one of the parcel owners said, I don't want my neighboring property all chopped up into 1 acre, because
Right.
that's why I bought here.
it. Exactly.
And so
And I prove that.
That's too personal.
Logic.
You're looking for general for everybody, you're not looking for one person.
No, okay, like I said, that's irrigation across, that's farmland across, but farmland doesn't matter, right?
It does. You can still farm,
Still farm.
it's not changing nothing.
But I'm saying, with a bunch.
You wanna restrict people, right?
Well,
They wanna
then
do
when
it.
they complain that the spray is going over on their property, then, they can say, well, this is rural residential, it's not agriculture, is that correct?
No, it doesn't change, no.
No.
Steve, he is a farmer, I'm asking you.
If the spray goes, and I've been down this road, the spray on my property, like on somebody else's property, and there's a problem or complaint, I am right over here to Nutrient Ag Solutions. Because I am employing them to perform a job, some form of employment. That had that happen with fertilizer getting on somebody's yard, oh my God, it was terrible. Well, that's what fertilizer going to do, is just help the yard grow. And again, I steer them right over there, because the people who do the spraying and fertilizing are the ones who carry all the liability insurance and have answers as to whether this is going to be harmful, nothing, or helpful. And I just bought right out. But if the spray carries,
It does.
it does.
I
And
am
it-
sure you, I am across.
Yep.
I have 800 foot of frontage.
Yep.
So what happened on that, then, Steve? Right, when-
It, nothing, but the nutrient and people who were concerned, I got out of the middle, so it didn't get all screwed up in my way of thinking. And they got together and things got settled. I don't know what it was, but that was the end of anything that I had heard. Situation at all, whatever.
So it sounds like we're consensus that we need to go RR.
And,
Well, she doesn't agree.
I do. Let's vote on
But all you gotta do is put a restriction on your property. Oh, yeah.
No,
it. Well, no.
zoning takes precedent over the
okay, so if we leave it, if we make it rural residential, that means we, as we've said smaller house plots.
There's options for that.
But you've already changed all of this to rural residential, so why are we changing the rest, is my contention. We are a farm community, now you're saying we're not going to be.
You've only got two farms there.
This is not farmed in here. These sections and these sections are not farmed.
Could they be?
So has anybody got a middle ground offering?
And I see what you're going to. But if we,
This is actually a farm.
Yes, you're at that.
And this one across,
Yeah, yeah.
and across from here is all farm. And
Yeah.
the other is the air gun, or whatever that.
I don't know what.
Oh, well, it's a lot of acreage, and they hunt there,
Yeah.
supposedly, right?
Oh.
They hunt people.
I know, but I didn't want to say that.
They hunt people.
Well, they have, the kids are learning how to use guns, let's put it that way.
So, we need to decide on this, and this, I'm telling you, and I arbitrarily put that in RR. But what, somebody make a motion,
And what street is that on?
Bankers Road,
This is Bankers, I thought.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Bankers.
Baker's coming up.
Bankers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you asked for middle ground, so, this was, no, you're here, right?
Rose is here. She's
Here,
on the
again.
other side of the tracks, yeah.
Yes. Literally.
So,
Yeah.
My opinion, how many
This
farmers
is agriculture, that is farm all the time.
is farmed, it has to be subsidized. A person farming that can't make a living anymore.
I just know it is farm. Right.
Well,
okay,
I think the one farming, the Andrews farm, I think they do
Quite a few.
2,000 to 3,000
I know,
acres.
they're-
So
Well,
they make
But not just in this county,
Yeah.
township, there are other places too,
multiple, yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
So, if it can be an RR, except for roads, you want to leave it they are, I'm okay, leave it they are, but anyway, I would say the rest should go to RR, because they still can farm, you said.
so confirm it, that we can take less land out of agricultural production.
Okay,
If they sell it and parcel it out, it goes to 5 acres instead of 1.
so
That's the options.
project this where then, John? We'll take that as a motion once you tell us.
Well, we haven't made a motion on this up here yet.
Well, yeah, but we're in the middle of this, so let's finish that.
What I was hearing, we want RR everywhere,
He's talking section 32, you're talking section 32 and section 33.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Along this road,
Well, yes.
along, Bankers Road. Okay, then you want to go down here and then up this,
Whatever that is, yeah, that can be.
is that your
I
motion?
would, yes, I would move that we, vacate,
As I see there.
section 33, we make, turn that to, rural residential.
Yeah, I heard about that.
32 will remain as AR.
Ah, good point.
This section right here.
So isn't it all in 32?
Yes, it is.
No, this is in 32. Does that look like agricultural?
It is.
It is?
Well,
All those small parcels is
There's
agricultural?
nothing farmed.
Okay, there is a lot of swampland,
But it's all parceled off.
But you still can have
No,
parcels in the R.
because-
can you not?
yeah.
So,
5 acres.
leave this at AR, move
Yeah.
that RR. That would be my motion.
And
Coming across here,
you want
Oh,
eight,
what would you, why, okay, tell me why you move a line to cut that across.
this is the line right here, right?
yeah,
Right here.
this is the township one down here. So this is where now currently.
Lake Wilson Road is the split, correct?
Yeah.
In the two parcels, or two sections.
So you want then that line to come right on across to here?
If that makes it easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
We've lost it. Yeah, repeat.
okay.
so,
Is that the magic pencil?
You're gonna take the last quarter of each section. The bottom quarter of each section.
Well, whatever that comes up to there. And there again, this is projection. And then we'll come up here.
with,
So
and the rest will be
you
a.
got this, and you've raised this one up a little bit
Yes.
compared to.
Yeah, because these are all small lots in here. This is that one lot we had trouble with for years, and I guess it's finally resolved.
So you're gonna go across the river tracks and then cut across the top.
Yeah.
Was that a quarter?
Well,
A
and
fifth?
Maybe
to
20
those,
section?
to those property lines there, and that's why I got it on here, where we've got property lines coming across.
You're splitting a bunch of people's properties up then, from AR to RR, right?
Okay,
You
but
got
that's the section along the road. Okay, who made that motion?
John?
John. Okay, is there support?
Okay,
I support
Okay,
okay, can you repeat the motion?
it. That this stays AR and this goes rural residential.
Section 32 will remain AR.
Except
Well,
for this,
except-
no, except for this.
To RR with the exception of the grid line here.
Well,
I can do that.
this is all gonna be RR now, right?
No, AR.
You're gonna go AR all the way across. Okay,
Just leave it.
to here.
so,
It's like I said, that's irrigant, that is farm, I know for a fact it is.
All right,
hold on, bottom 20%,
well,
No, the south 20%.
bottom of the
Okay.
parcels, right?
yeah, the
20%.
road frontage, yeah.
And what is this road? This
Should be
is-
down.
It should be down, right?
Yeah, okay, but wait, we're in the middle of the motion. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign? Okay.
What'd you do, Joe? Didn't hear you.
RR down there.
Didn't hear you vote, Joe.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
See, it's decided. It's decided to go.
yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, now, we need to come back here, correct, Jeff?
Yeah, you're gonna make a motion on what you split there, and so we know where we're at. And that's section 29.
That would be here, right?
20.
You see it marked in here?
This is 29.
Yeah, where's the 29?
This is 29.
No,
This box.
oh,
I don't
no,
know.
no, no, this is
29.
something right here.
This is 28.
So this is 29.
29.
This is this
And
guy.
not just that little set of.
No, this box is 29.
Okay.
Yeah, that box is
There.
29.
And we already got this side.
Section this one.
Yeah, that's all rural,
Yeah,
because that's the lake in there.
So
This is change 30, so point circle.
okay,
You're gonna write 29.
there's 29, and one of those, you wrote that in there. Okay, now, we need to come back and work on 29,
Question.
right? Jeff?
That's AR, that's right. Last month, in the top corner of section 32, we made that RR.
Here?
This section right here.
But we left it, now it's
So it's
AR.
gonna be AR now, right?
Correct.
Yes, we're gonna leave it
Take
there.
this out.
About the only thing that affects is the lot size, and,
Right.
yeah, it keeps it from,
Keeps it from being
Cohesive.
yeah.
split in
Give
a
the whole section there.
Okay, then, when you get done, Jeff, we had a question.
You gotta tell me what this is before we
Okay.
decide what you're
All
gonna do.
This is coming down,
Starting on,
This is like suburban residential.
Yep.
Down here, they are.
Correct.
yes, and this is farm, this is farm,
again, last month we made that all rural residential.
Yeah, but
Now we need to take this parcel out for suburban residential, correct?
that is,
Okay, what's the top line here, what road is that?
okay, this would be,
Bacon.
No, Bacon's on the south
Oh,
end,
bacon is this one here, that's
This is-
mechanic.
starting with Mechanic, coming down on the right side or east side of Bun Road, we're gonna take and make that all suburban residential, correct? That's the whole section in 29.
yeah,
Okay, nothing else.
well,
no,
no, not the whole section.
no, because that's
Well,
farm.
the whole, from top to bottom, section suburban.
No, it comes down and goes like this.
Right, because that's farmland.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to draw on
No
that
kidding.
scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
why,
got the window.
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to rough it in, so I got,
I understand, yeah.
So, you can take.
so actually, you're coming out all the way over this side.
Yes, yeah.
See, mine's all parcel, mine shows more parcels in it than yours does. See all that?
Uh-huh. Well, it's on a different scale, so it's hard for me to tell.
Well, this is one big spot. You don't have it.
Yes, and it's
You don't
there.
have it.
No, but it's in there. That is all that land that, I think it belongs to Labs, doesn't it? Isn't that the land?
Yes,
Yeah.
You know, you guys were just telling me this is mechanic. This is mechanic right here.
Okay,
Mechanic.
this is. the
yeah,
road.
this is Hal.
So this is no road?
That's
This
no
is
road.
just a plot division?
Well, that's your section.
Section, section lines.
And Bacon should be that one.
Yes.
Bacon's the plot, no?
Bacon's right here.
Bacon's the one in the middle.
Bacon is here.
Bacon's
And
the one
that
in the
one's
middle.
here, and that's
There's
his meeting.
mechanic.
Okay, okay.
So this suburban residential is gonna come down, notch out, come down, go across Bacon there, go back from Bacon west, and go all the way over here, and go down to the bottom of, on the west side of section 29, correct? This is the bottom of section 29, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you kind of squared it off there, so I'll square it off here. Then you come back out.
But hold on. This is not a road, then, is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Bacon.
That's
No,
Bacon.
no, it's
No,
not.
that's
Bacon.
Allen.
It's Allen.
That's Hal.
It's happened, okay.
Because Al is running here.
Yeah.
Correct.
So on the north side of Allen, you're gonna have suburban residential.
Yeah. This is all, I've got rural residential.
You ran SR, then you changed it to RR.
Because these are all bigger parcels here. So what do you think, SR or RR?
They're all small parcels now, on that.
No, it's-
Yeah, that's why we've almost got to use this,
Yeah, they're bigger.
yeah.
So leave it rural residential.
Okay,
Or, yeah, if you want.
Whatever, more options, more options.
leave this rural and this SR.
So how far down are you gonna go with the SR?
Well, that's a good question.
Right to, looks like it stops right here.
Well,
On the south side of Bacon?
that are, like you said, these are bigger parcels. If you
What is
want
this
to
in
start legal.
Is this all RR
Yes.
up here?
I think we need.
I think the only small parcels are right here. These are all big.
Well,
So
there,
this is our divider here,
No? Yes.
that
Yes.
those line, so SR and RR.
SR probably should stop either right here
On the other side of the road.
or right here. Do you think here?
On that side of the road.
Or we can bring it back here. This is all being farmed right now. So maybe it makes more sense to come down here and then out, this being SR, this being RR, this being AR.
Oh, that's gonna be confusing.
Well, I don't think so, the area along the road is residential.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So I changed what we did last month.
Correct. You have an eraser too.
yeah, that's,
That's where you did it, that's all right.
so I'm going to then bring this line up here. And come down here.
So you're gonna, that's just gonna be on the north side of Bacon then? Or not Bacon?
Yeah, basic run out. That what you do?
Yeah.
You just do
Yes, yes, and, let's, take that out with this one. Okay, all right. Okay, and then,
Okay.
Wait a second.
We're gonna clarify, okay?
yeah,
We're leaving this rural residential, like we did last month.
well, let's see,
Thought you said that was A.
AR.
We made it rural residential last month,
Okay.
we're changing it back to AR, even though.
I don't know. This is all being farmed.
Farmed.
Yeah,
So it's A.
yeah.
It is a change.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 12 parcels.
Got along,
But it's farm.
But the larger ones are farm,
yes,
Mm-hmm.
these are occupied
Yeah.
residential.
So, that's gonna be AR now, right?
I think so.
Like it was.
Yeah,
Okay, that's no change then.
Right,
Yeah.
no change to it.
And then we're gonna have SR down here to Bacon,
yeah,
on both sides of Bacon.
yes.
So, we're strip it along both sides of Bacon.
This is RR,
A.
AR.
Correct.
Okay, and then this is all AR.
Change that back.
That's what it was.
When I looked at these by the section on the larger scale, that made sense because I could look right and see what size parcels they were. So that's why I'm asking for approval or disapproval on this. Okay, we need one more section here, and we can start up here because we didn't. I arbitrarily came across, keep in mind, this is Mechanic Road. I came out across going into section 20. And these parcels, as you can see, are pretty small. And that's why I put those all in. They shouldn't be.
SR or R?
Are you 21, section 20 or 21 now, Joe?
in section
Well,
20.
You're in section
Yeah,
20.
he's coming across with this one and put it on green, but he didn't, well, it's SR, suburban residential, is where you mark it here.
Okay.
That already is residential.
That's what I said.
That already is. But the
So
strip
this
is not.
is rural residential, right?
This is marked.
That's what you got marked here.
No, I have-
This, no, R.
Yeah, we did that. Well, evidently that's zone different. That's not my ready. It's
Oh.
too neat to be done.
That little section is, general commercial.
Yeah,
Which one?
this one
That
is,
little spot.
That's commercial?
It's general commercial C2.
yeah.
That's mechanic, right?
Yep.
Are you at Bar Street or at Lake Wilson?
What's up here in Park Street?
Yeah,
That's this, and then this is,
This is Lake Wilson Road.
yeah, we're talking about Lake Wilson right here.
this one's right here.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
And
Okay, there's no commercial out
Not there, commercial's back farther.
there. Yeah, No, no.
I don't know.
Yes, it's right in this area here.
It's-
All the businesses are?
Well, and the businesses are inside the city. We don't call it the city.
Right, but isn't there factories and stuff?
On the city side, yes.
On the city.
No, before the apartment complex is city?
Not in the township.
Yeah.
That's real.
Okay, so,
Like our streets, it's a one-sided street.
what are we doing here then? We got this all ag. I evidently drew a line in there thinking that this should be RR someplace.
We've got our,
No, it's AR, that's AR. So I think he's got it right
This is
here.
RR,
Yeah.
Well, that's a lake.
here's RR, here's our.
That's already now.
So the green line coming from 19, is this coming up, going straight across there, is that, or we had a little cut?
Yeah.
And
This,
is this all part of the RR here?
the railroad. This is the railroad right here.
So you've got RR mark.
Yes.
Circle,
Mhm.
green line here.
Yes.
So is this all part of
RR.
RR?
Yes.
So then you've got AR, so how is that?
Okay.
I think that's
the
street.
That's the
Right.
question I'm asking.
I think you have a street right here,
Yeah.
whatever this is, and that side is RR or AR. No, this side is AR.
Yeah.
This side of the street is RR. So the line should have been straight across here.
Not necessarily, because these are smaller parcels.
That looks pretty good. Looks like it's,
Well, these have been divided. Okay? Yeah, I know.
okay, it's not on that, so,
Yeah, no.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think along,
Yeah.
I think along Mechanic Road there, if anything, that's going to be residential. What's your thoughts? I proposed that way on the north side. What about the south side?
What we did last month. On the north side of Mechanic, halfway up.
What's
to our
that?
township
I know
border.
what's halfway up.
Well, up to here.
Okay.
We made it rural residential from the road up, and then the other half up was AR.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the way I'm showing it here.
Yes.
The question is, where
Down
do we
here.
draw this out?
I thought it was right on the road, is what we
All right.
drew it last time, right?
Okay, we can do that.
What's that?
It was the mechanic was
Okay.
dividing on one side versus the other, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean.
well, actually, Mechanic was here, we had rural residential halfway up from Mechanic to our border,
Right,
and then
It was-
below that, down to the rest of section 20, was gonna be rural residential also. That's what we had.
well, we have AR. It is AR right now.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you what we talked about last month.
Okay, well, this, we talked about rural residential.
Sounds like 6.5 years.
Right.
To me, it sounds like there's relatively very little difference. So, if it's an advantage in some way, make it the RR. It's definitely agriculture, it's AR.
Now,
Is-
we need to do this final
Did I make a
section.
decision here?
Yes.
What did we make?
Our,
North of mechanic.
Other mechanics are,
Put some letters down.
above that is AR.
Put some letters in there, Joe, please.
yeah, I did,
Yeah.
I did. You got it?
RR, yeah.
All right.
And then this comes on across like this.
This,
Is AR.
you're going to AR instead of R, okay?
Well,
Right.
it is
Yeah.
AR now.
Yeah. We changed it last time.
Yeah. But we're gonna
I
have,
know what we're doing.
yeah, we almost have to work from farther back.
Yes.
Now, we need to covers Spring Road up to Mechanic Road, and this would be Bar Street, correct?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
And that's the 2.5 acres that I questioned, because they had an entrance on both. And you're saying it could be half of it, and the other half is suburban residential, right?
Yeah.
On Bar Street?
Right, that,
Must be right in the corner of
Yeah.
Spring.
No.
spring and bacon, I'm sorry, spring and bacon.
So this we've got our,
2.5 acres.
What are they doing right there?
you know,
They had
That-
that open field, but now you see they got a
Okay, well, that is.
digger in there and all that.
That was
Okay.
where the line,
we're talking
So that's
north,
not their one.
north and south of Spring,
they're building a house.
going along Bar Street up to the commercial area. We talked about making that
That's all suburban.
SR.
It's already suburban.
Yeah, it is suburban residential.
Yeah, well, not here, but that's what that's gonna be then, is
I
SR.
thought that,
It is outside.
it is,
Other than a commercial.
Well, yeah.
It is.
yeah, it is on our map too.
Okay, right, now, here's what I'm gonna suggest, because as you can see, this takes a long time in a bigger map. We have to deal with
The other side of the township.
this, and this, and this. I'm thinking of, I can put together, maybe in 2 sections. And, yeah, I could probably do that in 2 sections. And then, we won't do it, or do you wanna try to do something on that?
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Right,
and,
next month we talk.
Yeah.
yes, and it will be,
But we'll have this, Jeff, that we can work on. Yeah, yeah, because see, I have one like you do. But it was
This is
so
my
hard.
small version. I have
Where it is, that's mine.
The smaller they are,
Yeah.
we're split on.
Okay. All right, we're down to just a couple of agenda items. I think the next one is, public comments on non-agenda items. So, let's move into that if we can. Going across the back, any comments? Okay.
I'll just say thank you for all you do.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Penny, can we contact you if we have questions on the minutes?
Sure.
Okay,
It's out there on YouTube. It will be.
okay, yeah. Oh, okay, great, yeah. So,
it's our secretary, isn't it?
all right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
On the board.
Yes. Okay, those in favor, signify by